don't talk to a woman with a child.
But what if that's an expectation?
There's no expectation.
But yes, it is. Every single woman with a child considers themselves a package deal. Let's just keep it real for the people in the audience. Most niggas is playing stepdaddy because that's what they gotta do to get some fucking pussy. Let's just keep it a buck. Can we keep it a buck in here? Me protecting you as a man, you're expecting me to lay my life down for you and your fucking child that's not even mine. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. If I got to die potentially behind a little motherfucker, it better be my little motherfucker.
If a man is bringing in more money, then you should take on more responsibility. That just makes sense.
How much money does the average black American man make a year?
That's probably like $40,000.
$40,000 fucking dollars!
But you have to also understand too that the male's ego is too fragile to genuinely, more times than not I will argue, allow a woman to go down the middle with him. You know why? Because they know
his ego is too fragile.
Yes.
Society still views Cardi B as ghetto. And ghetto is synonymous with who? Black women. Okay. So even though she's not black, she's still grouped in with black women. So black women still take the hit for the ghetto shit that Cardi B does. 80% of the posts that I see about Angel Reese is un-basketball related. It's always her in some little ass shorts, her little cheeks hanging out in the bag.
You have the likes of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese.
Caitlin Clark ain't modeling for Victoria's Secret.
Because she don't got the face for it. Let's just be real.
How many other women in the WNBA are attractive? I could bring my phone.
It's a lot, I can tell you.
Okay, why they ain't modeling?
They're not Angel Reese though. They don't have that motion.
Is Angel Reese the baddest female in WNBA?
She's the baddest female who's also one of the nicest females in the league. That's what makes her stand out, bro.
You already know what it is. Table Flippers episode 3, Halloween edition. I am the #1 rage baiter in the world, Soheem Perry, aka the womanizer. But today, I'm the Punisher, cause I'm punishing the comments. I've been punishing them all year. I'm punishing the haters. I'm punishing my exes. I'm punishing these hoes. I'm punishing the ops. I'm punishing the fucking everything else. Put your hands on the fucking table. We putting belt to ass. Your own punishment, bitch. It's the Punisher, aka the womanizer. And now we got
it's like, nah, man, y'all know what's going on, man. It's your boy Soul of the Poet, and it's fucking season. And I am the YN Jason. Like Jason, but like, you know, from the trenches, like from the streets, but like, cause you know, most villains, they usually suburban, like, you know, but imagine like a villain from projects. Now, that's spooky. Okay, now let's get into it.
Let's get into this shit.
Hey man, we've been seeing the comments on TikTok. We love the engagement. Those who fuck with us, those who don't fuck with us, but hey, that's the thing. This platform is for open conversation. Even if you don't agree with me, I still love you for being an open ear and listening and sharing your perspective. Let's all reach out and teach each other. But also remember, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, shout out TikTok for sure. TikTok, the family on TikTok is such a fun, engaging, you know, just all around, just a fun group of people to interact with. We definitely love the comments. We love the hate. We love, you know, people giving their perspective on things. TikTok just definitely shows a lot of love for real. On a serious note, it all the other, you know, on Instagram too, like, but you know, it just seems like on TikTok, like it's just a certain like community that is already being like established for sure on TikTok, and people are definitely looking for our content, you know, each week.
And understand, we don't share our perspectives to prove that I'm right, you're wrong, or vice versa. It's just to share insight and maybe take a different look from a different lens into certain things that we're going through in the world. And that's why we're called the Table Flippers, because we flip shit.
Yes, sir.
We talk about what's uncomfortable and force you to get comfortable. That's it, because we can't progress without the uncomfortable conversations. But with that,
let's get into this shit.
You know, America's favorite subject, on or off. In this particular topic, is always in the algorithm, comes up every 2 weeks. You know, it's that topic about Is raising another man's child on or off the table?
Wow. You want me to go first?
I mean, if they tuned into our very first interview before we had table flippers, they know that we got deep into this before, but y'all loved it so much, so we had to bring it back.
Yeah, we bring it.
So you go ahead, because I know we share different perspectives on this one.
I would say that raising another man's child is off the table. I think it's off the table because where do I want to start with this? Okay, it's off the table first and foremost because of this. There's a statistic, not a statistic, but there's a study, research that was done in the animal kingdom. And it showed that most mammals, or most carnivorous mammals, for those who don't know, carnivorous means animals who only eat meat. So wolves, coyotes, lions, what have you. When there's an alpha male within the group of animals, if a female gets pregnant in any of those groups, so you could say any of the type of animals that I named, if the female gets pregnant by the previous alpha male, and just so happened the alpha male animal that she got pregnant by either gets killed or he gets challenged by a new alpha male that comes in, and they just basically scare him away or run him off or they kill him, whatever. The baby from the previous alpha male is then killed by the new alpha male that comes in. It kills the baby animal that came from the previous alpha male. Literally. Y'all may ask why, and the reason because is when the new alpha male comes in and breeds with the female, that alpha male wants to make sure that his resources and that his time and that his legacy and his investment is invested into his own seed and his own offspring. I'm gonna say that again. He wants to make sure that he is invested into his own seed and his own offspring. He wants nothing to do with the previous alpha male's offspring. How do we correlate to human beings? That concept. Absolutely in no shape, way, form, or fashion, shape, or form am I saying that if you are a man coming into a situation and there's already an offspring that you should fucking kill it. No way am I saying that at all. But I'm just painting that picture for the
Unalive.
He said we can say kill. So fuck this shit. I'm just painting that picture to say this. I thought that was a very interesting study because it goes to show you the extent of how important your own legacy and your own offspring matters to not only the male, but also to the female. Because guess what? The female could eat. You know how defensive female animals are? They protect they offspring from any other kind of threat, don't they? So why they don't try to at least try to defend their offspring from the male? Because they understand the hierarchy of that shit. Like, hey, he the new fucking sheriff in town. He the boss. I gotta let him, put his foot. I gotta let him, set his feet. So I say that to say how that translates to human beings is I'm speaking from experience. I have my own daughter now, and I've taken care of children, plural, nigga. So more than one that were not mine, that I did not have, and I've had to Not have to, but we're gonna get into that. See, you see how I just said had to? That is my point. That's a perfect segue into the point that I'm about to make. The issue is with taking care of another man's child is this. It is an expectation, it is a programming that are forced on men of all cultures, but what culture do we like to talk about? Our culture. So I just want to say for the record, this does apply to multiple communities. It does. Multiple ethnic groups. But we're talking about our ethnic group. So in our ethnic group, Black American, in our community, we are expected automatically by society via programming, Hollywood, etc., that if we meet a woman that we are interested in, we automatically have to take on the parental fatherhood responsibility over her child or children if we care about her the way we say we care about her. That's supposed to be automatic. And the issue that I have with that is why as men, black men, are we automatically expected to have to father? Do you know how much money? I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you know how much money, and this is study and research. I love science, I love studies, I love research. I'm gonna ask you a question. Mm-hmm. How much money, on average, take a wild guess, do you think it takes for two adults, not one, two, to take care of a single child over the course from basically them being born to when they're legally classified as an adult, which in most states is 18. How much money do you think it costs to raise a child from 1 to 18 in America?
Probably well over 500,000.
$250,000. So you was close. But you know what? I will even give you 500,000 because this study was several years ago. So with inflation, the economic crash, all that shit, it probably is about 500,000 now.
Yeah, I think
for one child. You see what I'm saying?
Because they care about $1,200 a month. That's rent
by itself.
So do that times 12. You already at what, 24? Off just
times 18. Right. Oh, no. Sorry.
Well, but I'm like 5. But you see how you already at 24 just off daycare.
Off the gate.
We're not talking about no formula, no Pampers, no food, stuff like that.
Extracurricular activities when they get older.
But riddle me this though. For every single BM, isn't there a single BD? So therefore, are single black fathers also not worthy of finding a companion? The problem with this, I find it is that, now granted, maybe you could argue people that have kids should date each other. And that makes sense, in a sense. But in retrospect, we're kind of saying that a person who had a kid, they could have made a mistake young. Not saying that the child is a mistake, but it wasn't a planned decision. So are we saying that these people are not adequate or suitable for finding love? And I would also argue too, like, for black men, it's also knowing too, like, it's kind of like you shouldn't take on something that you don't know will come with it. You feel me? Like, and it's also understanding, like, when you have a grown woman, like, who is secure, who is dating for pure love and not to find a daddy replacement to raise her kid, you'll be put in a different situation. You know what I'm saying? My shorty now, she came with a +1, but never, like, and mind you, I ain't saying I'm fucking John Travolta. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I break every neck when I walk into the room, but I do okay for myself. And I had plenty of options while I was single and dating, and a lot of women that didn't have children. You feel me? So it's not like it was my last resort, and it's not an instance where I feel like I couldn't have bagged her if she didn't have a kid. You feel me? Because there's also that point too. Some people presume the question like, would she talk to you if she didn't have a kid? Now that's also a valid question. You gotta know, but that's on you. Do you think that? Who are you? What's the swag that you carry? But furthermore, my point is that there's never been a situation where I felt pressure to do anything for her young one because she already has it covered. The only thing.
Okay, let me cut in right there. Let me cut in. Stop right there. Stop
You
right
feel
there.
me?
Hold up. Stop. Hold on. No. Stop
you
right there.
said you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
No. See,
It's the one. You ain't gotta do shit. Cause I had a lot of friends that had some fucked up step parents. They ain't like them and they ain't like each other. And they didn't do shit for the kid, but they made sure that their partner was good.
Stop right there.
You know that dynamic exists.
Interjection, right? Mm-hmm. The issue that I have, black women love to toe that line of, I have a child, you met me when I had a child, child's not yours, it's by another man. Mm-hmm. But you ain't gotta do nothing for it. You ain't gotta do nothing for it. I don't ask you to do nothing. You ain't gotta do nothing. It sound good, but let me just break something down real quick. What is the actual likelihood of a woman having an entire fucking child, dating a man that is not the father of that child, and being completely fine on a daily basis? If you don't buy that child a fucking piece of candy, would be completely fine because you not their father. That's not realistic, man. But
my thing is, I'm not arguing the woman. I'm arguing the man because you don't have to do shit. Now, granted, will that relationship last? Probably not.
So that's my point.
But you don't have to do it at all.
Okay, but
you don't have to do it.
So now we're getting into, okay, well, you don't have to, but the shit might end soon. Okay, so
it's just like anything else, bro. Like if you're dating somebody, the purpose of a partnership is to come in and alleviate stress and help in areas that they struggle with. So let's say it's not a baby. It could be a car.
No. Let's keep it to the baby.
No, we got to get into it though, bro, because like at the same thing, it's just naturally. There's no point in you fucking with a woman with a kid if you don't have the intentions to just be a stand-up dude. That's just stupid. Like, you shouldn't do it at all.
Dude,
a stand-up dude is someone that takes care of their person, that's a provider for all things that they are responsible or that their person comes with. In the discussion. It's not whether that be a kid
for a child too.
If that's something that you want to do and you're talking to a woman,
but you keep saying what you want to do
because you don't have to do it. If you don't want to take care of a woman, if you don't want to take care of a woman's child, don't talk to a woman with a child.
But what if that's an expectation that is? But see, this is what I'm trying to say to you.
There's no expectation.
But yes, it is, because this is.
It is an expectation once you decide as a man that you're gonna go and fuck with it. Like if you don't want to do it, you ain't gotta do it.
Every single woman with a child considers themselves a package deal. Every single woman. So whether they openly, verbally, outwardly communicate that they are a package deal, some women will say that up front because they know what it is. When you have a child, you automatically, the most honorable Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, said that a man taking care of a man dating a woman with a child is a fucking bill. He said that out his own mouth. And the reason why I say that is this. He said a man taking care, and don't get me wrong, I don't knock niggas doing it. I did it for years, for multiple kids. Football practice, games, goddamn graduations. Nigga, I done it all. So I'm not speaking from a standpoint of a nigga that ain't never did it before.
Hey, super stepdaddy.
I ain't picking niggas up from football practice. That ain't even play. Nigga, if you turn into the next goddamn Pat Mahomes, you ain't even gonna give me shit. You feel me? So what I'm trying to say is this, and that takes me to my next point. The main point is this. The biggest problem with taking care of another man's child is this. It does not solidify any fucking thing. It does not solidify a relationship with that said child in the future. That's my biggest issue. I'm gonna say that one more time.
It's niggas that hate their birth daddy. What that mean?
But so what I'm trying to say is this. You sit here as a man, ain't it funny? The amount of lengths that a nigga will go through to be able to fuck, ain't it? Let's just keep it real for the people in the audience. Most niggas is playing stepdaddy because that's what they gotta do to get some fucking pussy. Let's just keep it a buck. Can we keep it a buck in here? That's what
and that's a square ass nigga.
No, I'm not saying you.
No, I know you ain't saying me. You ain't, even if you said me, I ain't stunting it. That's the fuck. I know what.
I'm not saying you.
Big swole.
But I'm just saying the majority of niggas who are voluntarily putting on the stepdaddy hat, that's what them niggas had to take one for the team so they could keep getting them goddamn rocks off.
Look, you know what it was for me? Me personally, like, cause I'd be fraudulent to sit here if I didn't take the time to really assess my situation before I decided to proceed and take it seriously. You know, like, I definitely was like, is this something that you want? Like, are you cool with this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Talking about the cool what nigga? The baby dad?
No, like the situation, like.
Oh, asking yourself, are you cool?
Yeah, like that self-reflection before I decided to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be sitting here lying if I say I didn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had that talk with myself, and I said, me personally, I looked at the pros and the cons, right?
Uh-oh.
The only con, and
oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Like,
Load it up.
The only con that I wouldn't even say there's not really too many cons, but the only con that one could argue in my dynamic is that she has a seed that's not mine. Okay. But outside of everything else that a woman is supposed to do to a man, she comes full throttle. And don't ask me for no pay. None of that. Everything I do for her young one is just because me personally, I had stepfather role models throughout my life that even I still love my dad, and that's my nigga, and ain't nobody gonna ever be my dad.
So you do. So wait.
There were important men that helped and shaped my toughness, my mentality, taught me how to hustle, not just.
Let me ask you a question. How soon did you start doing for the child? How soon into the relationship?
To be honest,
tell the truth. Yeah, to be honest, how soon?
Probably like 3 months.
3 months in. So stop right there. Hold up.
For buying a Happy Meal.
No, nigga, I don't give a fuck what it was.
$5.
No, listen.
Nuggets and some fries, nigga. Can't get a baby no nuggets and no fries. Like, what if we came to as America?
The point that I'm making is this. You said she never did what?
She's never asked me for.
Okay, stop right there. Why would she have to ask you and you already buying nuggets and fries 3 months in? Hold up. She doesn't have to ask you because you already started doing it. So all I'm trying to say is this. We're only talking about you because you, in this instance, in this particular part, because you only use yourself as an example. But I'm gonna speak above. I'm gonna speak.
And me personally, I can't speak on things and that I'm not a part of.
No, I get it. But I'm gonna speak past you. I don't want to make it about
like
you.
This is about
You're just offering your personal experience, so I'm just speaking to that.
Yeah.
But even above you, because your experience, my experience, represent. A society.
Because you've done it too.
I have. So it represents a society. So what I'm saying is from what I've been through, you've been through, other men, what I'm saying is this. 3 months in, I would probably say I'll probably start chipping in and doing shit probably around the same time, nigga. So what I'm saying is that is the luxury that these women do not take a moment to acknowledge and recognize that they have. We just come right in 3 months. I ain't gonna say I don't even know you like that, but 3 months is a very short period of time to not only start to do whatever you are doing from a gentleman standpoint, from a masculine standpoint for a woman, but now you're doing it for a child too. If you just look at it, if you take 2 steps back and you look at it, that is very soon. And what I'm trying to say is women naturally expect that very way of providing. You only know me 3 months and you already buying my child food. my question is this. How long for women, for black women, what is a reasonable period of time that a man does not have to do any, from when a man first begins dating a woman, what is a reasonable, suitable amount of time that has to pass where he does not have to do any fucking thing? I'm talking about picking up from
Well, I'll also say this too, and in my
Wait.
by month 3, we were official though.
Okay, but hold up though. Let me just let me finish out the whole question.
And I would say that though.
But let me finish out the whole question.
Go ahead, finish the question.
How long is a suitable period of time that a man does not have to do anything for a woman's child that he just started dating, and he's not, more importantly, expected to do for a woman's child when they first start dating? How long? 3 months? 6 months? A year? This is my final take as far as taking care of the man's children. I think it's a waste of fucking time. I say it's a waste of time because one of the main reasons of having children is legacy. Men are nothing without our legacy. We are nothing. Me and you wouldn't even fucking be here if it wasn't for great men, our ancestors, that had to pick up a sword and a shield. Do you understand, for us to be here, there were men that had to literally fight to the death. At one point in time, in your lineage, my lineage, his lineage, there were soldiers who had to fight and stay alive long enough to procreate so the next generation to come, till eventually we got here. There were a lot of people that had to stay alive. Just us being here is like a 1 in a billion possibility. I just want you to really understand it. So with that being said, legacy is everything.
Yes, and so is a safe community. And if we have people that actually step in and willingly step in, and don't miss certain situations, think about it.
What does willingly mean?
But listen though, because all this does too is just perpetuate future stereotypes. And now we have more YNs roaming because their mother could never, either maybe she had a bad taste, or could never get a man to take her serious because she came with a +1, and that boy don't have no guidance. So the legacy is already tarnished.
But women
never, this little nigga is out here running crazy, creating havoc,
but the issue
because he came from a broken home, but didn't have a structure or the dynamic of a man to teach him how to be a man.
Okay.
We're a community at the end of the day, whether you my bloodline or not. At the end of the day, these are black boys and girls. Now, when your daughter raised up and she become a thought because she didn't have a man to teach her how to understand and reciprocate and appreciate real love, like all that stuff does is just, it's a cycle and effect that I'm not saying for niggas to go and just go back all the single moms. Like, no, talk to who you want to talk to, but on the same token, it's like, know your situation and know your person. Like, while it could be a waste of time, I'm not saying that it's not. Everybody's situation is different, and it goes back to the abortion conversation we had last show. Yeah, fuck the kids.
No. It goes back to the abortion conversation.
Abort that baby.
What I'm trying to say is this: black women get let off the hook too fucking much, and I'm fucking tired of it. I'm tired of black women getting let off the hook. You get to go and be. It don't even gotta be a thought. I ain't gonna use that word. Hoe, slut, whatever. But you go as a black woman, you make a stupid fucking mistake, a dumbass decision. You go fuck a nigga that lied to you, treated you like shit, toxic to you. You lay down with him unprotected. He let off all up in your shit, right? That's your fault. Ain't got nothing to do with me as a man. You have a child. Now you tell me as a woman, you tell me from a woman's standpoint that if I was a real man, I would accept her child and step up for what another nigga did. I gotta know, I don't know about you, but it is a daily fucking 24/7 job being me, nigga. It is a daily 24/7 job taking care of me, taking care of myself. It is a nigga, a all day thing. I'm pretty sure you can say the same thing for yourself. I'm pretty sure Juice will agree. Nigga, just taking care of us is work, nigga. Would you agree with that?
No, that's fair.
Okay, so if that's the case, now I not only gotta be responsible for the way I carry myself, the way I present myself, the level of respect I have to establish, all these things that it takes to carry myself on a daily basis, but now I have to go and pick up the slack for a nigga who should be doing the same fucking thing that I gotta do for myself. That's not fair. And if I step up and say, nah, I don't wanna do it, I gotta get looked at as, oh, well, you don't really care about me like that then. I'm telling you, it's not a matter of niggas just be wanting to do it. It's almost like this. Somebody gives you an offer for something. Do you want a new car? Hell yeah, I'll take a new car. How much I gotta pay for it? Oh, nothing. Just get it. No, it's a little bit more to it. Oh yeah, it is. I'll give you this new car for free, but you have to take me every single where I want to go in it, anytime I ask. Now you looking like, oh, well, I mean, that's a little bit more because I'm getting a free car, but now it's coming with some heavy fucking stipulations. So does the fact that it's free still mean the same thing? So all I'm saying is this, and I'll wrap up mines on it. I think taking care of another man's child is a waste of time for this simple reason. This is what I was trying to get to. And you can end off on this point, we can move on. But this is good though. And people need to hear this, and that's why we the table flippers. Taking care of another man's child, in my final estimation, is a waste of time because at the end of the day, you are basically depositing your resources, your game, your education, your protection. Women undervalue protection from men. When you go out with your girl, if I go out with, I don't got a girl right now, but if I went out with my baby mama, even though we ain't together, if I went out with my baby mama and our daughter, she automatically expects what? Protection. If you go out with your girl and her child, if a nigga run up and try to grab her child or try to grab her, she gonna be looking at you like this, like, nigga, get him. That's just something that they automatically just expect to get from us. That technically is a gift. That's a privilege. Me protecting you as a man, you're expecting me to lay my life down for you and your fucking child that's not even mine. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. If I'm gonna be doing all of that, I better be doing it for my shit. That's just that. If I got to die potentially behind a little motherfucker, it better be my little motherfucker. That's all I'm sitting here trying to say. And what I'm saying is, it's a waste of time because it is. You can spend energy and time. I promise this is my final point. You spend energy and time on a child. Football practice, games, ice cream, McDonald's, Jordans, haircuts, paying for all that shit if it's a boy, you know, getting hair done if it's a girl. I didn't ask you to do it. He just did it out of the kindness of his heart. But you let me, didn't you? Okay, fine. I do all that. You motherfucking get around 13, 14, 15, 16 and forget all about my black ass. Yeah, what? It's only 3 different things that can happen when you raise another man's child. I'm gonna take my glasses off of this. There's only 3 things that can happen when you raise another man's child. My mic still good? Okay. Wait. I wanna make sure motherfucker hear this shit. 3 different things that can happen. Okay. First thing. You take care of another man's child until they're grown, which a lot of men do. They can either pay homage to you. Look at Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal, every time he opened his mouth, he always pay homage to his stepfather. He called him Sarge. because his real father wasn't there. His stepfather, who raised him, was a sergeant in the military. That's why they call him Sarge. Shaq has the highest level of respect for that man that any man could ever have. So I'm not saying it's not possible. That's the first outcome. That man can get anything from you. And it's not about getting something from you, but I'm just making a point. That's where how the level of respect can go. That's the first outcome that can happen, which is the outcome that every man would love to have if you're gonna spend your time, resources, and energy raising another man's child. That's the first outcome. Second outcome, the child don't, like, when they get older, they hit you up on some, I just want to check in with you, just see how you doing, but it ain't no real connection there. Like, y'all keep in touch, you know what I'm saying? But the amount of work, time, and energy that you put into raising that child, it's kind of just like, I really just did it to fuck your mama, and it didn't really amount to nothing, because now you grown, and you don't even fuck with me. You call me on holidays, and I don't even see your ass no more, right? That's the second outcome. Third outcome is, this motherfucker act like I don't even fucking exist. I did all that shit for absolutely nothing, which kind of goes with the second outcome, but I'm trying to give some little discrepancy. But the third one is, you just, hey, appreciate you, nigga. I hope my mama pussy was good, but we'll holler at you. And all of it really becomes for nothing. You ain't fucking with the mama no more, and the children don't fuck with you. So you just did all this extra ass fucking work just so the mother can feel like you were doing the right thing, whatever the fuck that means. So all I'm saying is, in closing, is that you can spend a lot of time and investment and protection and resources and money and McDonald's and haircuts and all this other kind of stuff, and there is no kind of insurance policy whatsoever that when your black ass gets 60, 70 years old and your goddamn bones start to shut down and you need a motherfucker to come wipe your ass, that them little motherfuckers that you spent your 30s and 20s raising, it ain't no guarantee. They might be wiping their biological father's ass.
If they like,
and that's all.
And this is where I'm gonna close out on my three things, and I'm gonna talk to y'all. One, experiences shape perception. You feel me? In my experiences, I've seen plenty of. Most times than not, if your stepchild hates you, then you was probably a fluke, fraudulent ass step parent in general. You're probably a shitty parent. Your biological kids probably hate you too. There's a lot of biological kids that grow up having everything and fucking despise their parents. Mm-hmm. Secondly, man, what was my second point?
Uh-oh. I don't got you started.
Secondly, hey man, you do what works for you. At the end of the day, it's your life. You feel me? Like, these are valid points and these are valid things to concern, but it's just like, at the end of the day, bro, you can't allow other people's opinions to sway your situation. And for every woman, BD, that's not a victim, it's one more BD nigga that is. You feel me? That's like that. You got to think about it. For every BM, there's a BD. So to say a BM is not worthy is saying that a BD is not worthy. You know? So just understand that.
It's heavy. It's heavy.
We not gonna act like niggas don't be putting on facades. Niggas don't be putting on whole shows. Now, for those of y'all that deal with bum ass, abusive ass niggas and then get pregnant, yes, you're an idiot. But a lot of niggas be putting on shows, and I can't say you're completely wrong for believing a nigga. And third, if this relationship don't work, nigga, I probably feel the same. Well, I love you, baby. You know, we gonna make this shit work.
Hey.
I don't know. If it don't work, I might be able to feel like, I'll never do it again. Moving into point number 2. Mm-hmm. Are men, quote unquote, given passes to cheat based off financial status or fame? Yes or no?
No, on or off, man.
On or off the table? Yes or no, on or off the table? Sorry, I'm still hyped up.
I know, heavy. You go first on that one.
That shit is definitely on the table. Like, and not to say that I'm one that would abuse my fame and financial status in doing what I want to do, but I would argue that a lot of women are prone to putting up with more shit when they're put up. You know, when they have a quality of lifestyle that they don't feel like they can attain on their own, they are more privy to accepting infidelity. As long as like, if they're dating someone with a resume, you know, fame, has fortune, they're gonna put up with that shit. You see it all the time in the entertainment industry, and maybe they'll sway it as though they're swingers and stuff like that to make it look softer. But no, niggas was just really cheating so bad. We just started. Let's just go with this narrative that we're open, and we're really not open. But some women look at it as fuck it. A nigga. There's a lot of women that be like, if a nigga gonna cheat, you might as well get a rich one anyway. You feel me? So like, if a nigga gonna do me dirty, I'd rather not be a bum nigga. I'd rather be a nigga that has something. So that's why it's definitely on the table. Like, that is a real deal thing. Niggas all on these business trips and shit like that. You cool though? You got that burger. And this is why too, like, I'm a firm believer in that a woman should never get into a situation solely looking to be strictly 100% housewife and taken care of, because you're rescinding your rights. I'm sorry. Ain't no boss man gonna take you having an opinion, talking back, and I know it sounds brutal, but that's how it is. You don't do your only job is to be in here, and it better be food when I walk in the door. The clothes better be folded. And is that entirely right? No. But that's an expectation that comes with somebody that's funding your complete lifestyle. Like, and if that's what you're okay with, there are some women that thrive in that role. They were born to be housewives. They were raised up to be a housewife, to cater to a man at the fullest extent. Raise the babies, cook, clean, and they're okay with that. But in this era, we have women trying to be women and men. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be this financial independent woman and then want to be taken care of at the same time completely, and then also not cater to the needs of a man that's giving you all of these resources and tools. It just doesn't make sense. Now, you have the leeway to keep your voice, to keep your rights. When you come with something, when you have your own motion, like, it's not to say that a woman, like a man should, and I believe that a man should be the sole provider. I do believe in those traditional values. Like, now granted, we're a team, so we build together. But at the end of the day, like, the man should be able to protect and provide, bottom line. If your wife contributes and goes half on certain things, cool. But overall, that shit lies on the man's shoulders. And it should be.
But what does provide? Define what a provider is.
Provide, you know,
from a man's standpoint.
You built the home, you put the food on the table, you put the clothes on the bed.
You built the home as in what?
Well,
like you physically built it or what?
Like, you know, you bought the home, built the home, you know what I'm saying? Like,
with your own money.
With your
by yourself.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm like?
Okay.
You know, like, well,
that's why I'm asking. I'm trying to get clarification on from your
Let's just like in general, but like I said, every situation is different. Like, providing mental, let me not even put like material things on it, but being a provider mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially.
I mean, period.
In those realms, it's so like, it just depends on situations. Like, but like I said, primarily I'm speaking from the overall standpoint and not my specific like point of view of what a provider is. You feel me? Like,
no, but I'm asking for your overall definition of provider.
Is the man that, you know, he got the home, he puts the food in there, he puts the clothes on there, he funds the trips, he funds, you know, he got the cars for us, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much everything,
yeah,
is funded by the man solely. You saying solely?
Primarily.
So primarily everything, including rent.
He's taking the lead on it. Like, the man is taking the lead on all of those things.
Okay, so just like the most honorable Kevin Samuels will ask, how much of the financial responsibilities in a household should the man be responsible for? No, excuse, fuck that. How much of the financial responsibilities of a household, rent, bills, car note, things for the children, etc., miscellaneous things, how much percentage of the responsibility should be the woman? Just give me a number.
Me, I would say it's probably like a 70-30.
So a woman should be expected to pay 30%.
I think that's fair.
Okay. So
like, because like let me get into this too, because it's like if we talk so much about like building and you know generational wealth and all that, like that's something that
How you gonna
like,
build
you have to
generational
do-
wealth
that's something
and
have
you
to
paying
do-
70%
that's
of
something
everything?
you have to do collectively because in this world more so, let's say more times than
No,
not,
in
even-
this financial climate, in this
financial
economic climate.
there's still, even though women are making more, there's still men making more money than it is women.
Let me ask you a question. How much
So
money?
therefore, if a man is bringing in more money, then you should take on more responsibility. That just makes sense. Now,
How much money does the average Black American man make a year? How much?
that's probably like $40,000.
40,000, right on the
That's probably
head.
like 40,000.
40,000 fucking dollars. 40,000. How the fuck are you going to? How the fuck are you going to take care of a household, fund a woman's lifestyle, her children, bills, car notes, mortgage, rent, Georgia Power?
Man shouldn't be the sole
Oh,
provider.
$40,000 a year?
But this is when you limit providing to just material things, and you made me list material things. You know what I'm
No, I didn't make you do anything. I just asked a question.
well, the overall substance. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, now.
No, because you listed all these things, which made me ask you the question.
Well, because like at the end of the day,
But no, hold it back up. You said that I asked you, I slow walked it. I said, I heard you speak, and I said, how much of the financial responsibility of a household, including rent, bills, miscellaneous expenses, etc., should a woman be responsible for paying? You said what? 70-30, right? Okay, so then I said, if a man is supposed to be responsible for 70% of all those expenses, I then asked you a question. What did I ask you? I said, how much money does the average Black American man make a year? You said what? $40,000.
But you have to also understand too that the male's ego is too fragile to genuinely, more times than not, I will argue, allow a woman to go down the middle with them. You know why? Because they
His ego is too fragile?
Yes, because they don't want a woman to be defiant to what their program is. A lot of men are.
You ain't got no fucking program, but you making $40,000 a year.
But you would also be insecure if you dated a woman that made 100 bands.
Who would?
A lot more. The average
Nigga,
man.
if I was dealing with a woman that made $100,000 a year, nigga, I'd be in Greece right now.
Me too, but I ain't talking about you or me. We're talking about the average man, and you know I'm not lying, bro. The average man is not willing to accept dating a woman that is more financially sound and stronger than him.
I don't agree with that.
It's facts. It's facts.
To what?
You don't agree with it because you got to take you out of it, bro.
I am.
You have to take you out of it.
I'm saying what average man, niggas be why?
Bro, because it's a perception. If you let if a woman is the financial head of household, she's the head of household now.
Okay.
And you keep saying the alpha male. What alpha male?
I ain't saying nothing about alpha male right now.
But what alpha male is not going alpha?
Got you, but what I'm saying is this.
She's dating a beta?
You're saying that a black man, with his ego is too fucking fragile to date a woman that's making that's making 6 figures a year.
The average black man, yes.
Okay, hold on, stop right there. I disagree with that. Can I tell you why?
Why?
Because niggas' ego ain't fragile at all. Niggas be cool just to fucking lay on their baby mama couch and drive their fucking 2005 Nissan Altima.
That's a bomb. That's not a virgin. That is a bomb.
To go sell 3 fucking 5s, to go sell 3 5s all day to make $80 so he can go and spend that back on more weed so he can smoke it and get high so he ain't really made no fucking money.
But look, I understand that, but look, the point, I feel like we get way off.
No, we not. That's all this
at the end of the day, the point is, like I was saying, this is why it's on the table though. Like, because
I didn't even get to speak on it yet.
I'm sorry.
Goddamn. Can I speak on it?
Speak on it.
Is women using men? Read the question again. It's Halloween, bitch. Fuck it.
Are men given passes to cheat based off financial status or fame on or off the table?
Yes. What you the first half of your monologue, I'm with you. I'm with you verbatim. The first half of that shit, absolutely. Because
No, you know how, before you get into it, that's how my point started. Because I was saying that's why I believe a woman should come to a situation with her own motion. Just to alleviate all those egos, ego trips and all that shit. To build something equally instead of you being in a prison because this nigga just takes care of everything. That was my point. Like, I do agree with you. Like, no, it's fucked up that a man has to, that we even are raised or brought up to feel like we have to take on that 100% burden. When really it should be something that comes together to build something powerful. Now I'm done. Now get into your point. So I had to bring it back in because I don't.
No, you
couldn't remember how I got there.
So yes, like I said, I'm with you on the first half of your soliloquy, and
I am a poet.
I am on the first half of that as far as yes, men of value, meaning resources, social status, and capital, do play a part in how much of a pass they get. I heard Cardi B say out of her own fucking mouth, this was about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. As we know, we think she pregnant by Stephon Diggs.
Well, Cardi B is not a black woman.
She's not, but she still gives the aesthetic of a black woman.
Okay,
so the society still groups her into society. Let me say real quick about that. Society still views Cardi B as ghetto. And ghetto is synonymous with who? Black women. Okay. So even though she's not black, she's still grouped in with black women. So black women still take the hit for the ghetto shit that Cardi B does. But I don't want to get too far on it. Let me say this. Cardi B said about 3 weeks ago, soon as she revealed that she was pregnant, and they said it was by Stephon Diggs. Oh, the bitches, all the other bitches that Stephon Diggs fucked and got pregnant, them bitches couldn't wait to goddamn jump on social media like, I'm pregnant too. He ain't really your man. We got the same baby daddy. He got me pregnant too.
Yeah, and they're all idiots.
Wait, hold up.
They're all.
Hold up. You know what Cardi B said? Do you know what Cardi B said? She said, oh well, I guess we all finna have the same baby daddy then. The bitch, I ain't gonna say she wasn't fazed, but the public response that she gave was basically, it's okay. He got me pregnant, he got y'all pregnant. I guess we all finna have the same baby daddy. Now let that have been a nigga that worked at Amazon. Let that have been a nigga that worked at Taco Bell. Let that have been a nigga that worked at Chevron. Let that have been a nigga, just your regular old average Joe Blow. He would have never heard from the bitch again. He'll be on child support, all kind of can't see his child, ain't answering calls. The nigga will be blocked on every single fucking social media, every single thing. But if it's with a nigga like Stephon Diggs, who just signed, I want to say probably, I don't know, a $90 million extension, $100 million extension with the New England Patriots, I don't count these other niggas' money.
But on retrospect though, I don't even know if it's truly fair to like I understand using Cardi, but you talking about a woman that is bossed up. Offset trying to get alimony off her.
Bro, that's because, are we gonna talk about my arch nemesis? Are we gonna talk about my arch nemesis?
Feel me?
Well,
she have it.
He's trying to get.
That's also why she don't give a fuck.
He's trying to get. I'm not gonna spend none of this show talking about that nigga. But he's also, I just seen today, owes $2.3 million in taxes. He just got a tax lien put on him today by the IRS for $2.3 million.
Yeah, and he's he was the real HOH.
And he's trying to get her to pay it. That's what that's what that's about.
The HOH.
Okay, so all I'm saying is back to the subject. Bitches heal like Wolverine when niggas got money. Bitches heal real quick when a nigga got money. That is the point that I am making. There is a significant, distinguished pass that is given to men who are of status, who are of fame, and have a significant amount of capital. Women, let me just say this right quick. Women in general, specifically black women, modern black women do not have a hustle. Modern black women don't have hustle. They don't. They fucking don't. Now, hustle. Wait. I am, because I already know. I already know. That's what I already know. I get it all the time. Juice. Yeah, I know. Let me break down real quick what I'm saying. Modern black women don't have a hustle. Look at Meg Thee Stallion. Perfect example. I just seen a picture last night. She up here doing the little heart, little bullshit with Klay Thompson. They just bought a house together. Klay Thompson got NBA money. Sports money go way longer than rap money.
For sure.
When them motherfuckers put their name on that paper, that's theirs. They ain't gotta give nobody nothing. They ain't gotta, if they get hurt, there's little clauses and all this kind of shit. But that money is about as secure as it can get. Rap money, that shit is based off your performance. What I'm trying to say is this. People been getting on my ass because I've been saying Meg Thee Stallion is using Klay Thompson for financial security. Oh shoot, what do you mean? Meg Thee Stallion got her own money. That's Meg Thee Stallion. She been making money. Shut y'all bitch ass up. Meg Thee Stallion ain't had a hit in several years. I don't know how long y'all think money lasts with artists. First of all, real quick, Meg Thee Stallion was in a terrible deal in the first place. Throughout her entire career, it's been documented on social media that the person who signed her, that she signed to, she's been in a constant court battle with this dude for like 10 years. She's not even getting paid and recouping the money off her sales, off her touring, off any of the things like she's supposed to in the first place. So her money is not as long as people are saying it is. I don't know Meg Thee Stallion. I ain't never seen her bank account. But I can promise you Klay Thompson got more money than she do.
As he should, though.
As he should, but the point that I'm making is
talking about a decade and a half veteran.
But people gotta stop trying to make it seem like because a woman already has some money, that hypergamy, which means to date up. Hypergamy is when women date up for security. That just because she has some money doesn't mean she's using her body, this right here between her legs, to put herself in a better position to secure her financial future. And so I say that to say to the question, it is on the table because men, I don't believe in cheating as a concept. I said this, I think, in the group chat, and I'll let you take it from here. I don't believe in cheating as a concept. I don't think anybody belongs to anybody. Nobody belongs to anybody. We come in this world by ourselves, and when we die, ain't we by ourselves? I don't give a fuck who's standing around. Nigga, when we go, it's just us. So that being said, how the fuck cheating means you belong to me, I belong to you. If I go give myself to somebody else while saying I belong to you, at that point I'm cheating. I don't belong to nobody. We may have an agreement, and that's all it is, even in a marriage, because all marriage is a piece of fucking paper.
And then you know that agreement. You went against you, and that's the thing though. You don't gotta get in the relationship.
Does that piece of,
why get in a relationship if you want to?
But what I'm asking is, does that piece of paper stop anybody from putting their dick in somebody else if they want to?
No, it doesn't.
It don't.
Right.
So it's a piece of, it's a fucking.
It don't stop them, but it also still don't make it right. Because regardless, all the paper is a symbolism.
But this is not. But this is not a conversation of right or wrong.
I know.
It's not. This is not a moral conversation.
Right.
I'm just.
So we gotta get to the next point.
I'm just simply speaking the facts as far as women is concerned with giving passes. And I just want to make sure I emphasize that men do get passes based off their social status, their fame, because women do not have, I think you wanted to speak on this. I don't think black women have a hustle. Some of them do, but most of them don't. And their ultimate end game, let me rephrase. Modern black women don't have a hustle. Their ultimate end game is, I can just get pregnant by a nigga that has generational wealth, and now I don't have to do anything for the rest of my life, but exist and collect a check every month. That has been the new, and we talked about that on the last show. Getting pregnant by athletes on purpose it's kind of the same thing. That has become a business. I know if I just let the right nigga at the right time bust the right nut, I ain't never got to do nothing for the rest of my life. And so now, when those men get caught cheating, I use Kevin Hart for a perfect example, and you can end off the point and we can move on. Kevin Hart, perfect example, was supposed to be a happily married man, newly married at this point, had just got married. I only think he was married 3 years. Got caught in 4K. In bed with 2 different women. I don't know if there was prostitutes or what. But you remember that? He was in bed with 2, not one. He wasn't cheating, in quotes, with one. That nigga had 2 women in the bed with him. And everybody know what just got popping. Guess what? His wife, as the great Cat Williams says, made a pimp decision. She said, you know what? Yeah, I just got embarrassed in front of the whole entire fucking world. But this $30 million house I'm living in, what Future say? You gonna cry? What he say? You bitch, the bitch cry? You want to cry in a Honda, or you want to cry in a Maybach? You know what I'm saying? Bitch, either way you gonna be crying. A nigga gonna have you crying either way. So you want to cry in a Honda, or you want to cry in this Rolls Royce, bitch? That's really what it come down to. And so I think modern women has gained that mindset of, if a nigga probably gonna cheat on me either way. So I'd rather get cheated on by a nigga that's a generational millionaire than a nigga that work at Amazon. And I'll leave it at that if you want to close.
And I would say though, but why I say that's wrong is because you might not like the hustle, but it is a hustle. Cause these niggas is being green, and they keep nutting in the same industry hoes and getting the same bitches pregnant. Yep. And at the end of the day, these bitches is just getting married to them and letting them cheat, and now they're divorcing them and getting half their assets.
Alimony. So
to me, I might not like your game, but it is game.
I respect it. Yep.
Now moving to point 3, is sexualizing a woman who sexualizes themselves on or off the table. Shaw, the womanizer.
Ask that again.
Is sexualizing women who sexualize themselves on or off the table? I'll let the womanizer lead this.
Yes, it is on the table. It's on.
It's on the table.
Yeah, it is. It's on.
You wanna digest into that, or
it's on the table because I think, keeping quite simply, I'm not misogynistic and I'm not chauvinistic as much. You know, I'll just like, man, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
I'm pandering right now. All the women come to the comments and say, "W, you swallow."
Panda bear. Oh no, God. And that's what's so crazy about it. Hey, as misogynistic as the entire Instagram thinks I am at this point, I get thousands and thousands of comments a day, literally, about how misogynistic and chauvinistic and, God. But I do think that there is grounds to sexualize women as men who sexualize themselves, for the simple fact of, do I think if you in the club and you got a dress on or a skirt and your ass is hanging out the bottom, I do not think that it's okay, and I do not condone a man walking up and physically touching you inappropriately, your ass, your thighs, anything, just because you're showing it. Now, it's a lot of weird ass niggas who make arguments that that's okay. And those same weird ass niggas gonna be sitting right next to R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's why Freaknik.
Or Harvey Weinstein. That's exactly why Freaknik. That is literally the reason why Freaknik is not a thing anymore. Because niggas got a little too freaky.
Yeah.
Right?
It was wild out.
So I will never condone that. But at the same time, I will say the energy that you present is the energy that you put out. I mean, that is the energy that you receive. The energy that you project is the energy that you welcome. Okay? Niggas ain't just walking up to nobody grandma sexually putting pressure on them. Why?
You ever seen a grandma that was stat?
Yes. I done been in the store sometimes and seen some grandmas with titties bigger than my head.
She got that Lululemon set on. She might be grandma, but she young at heart.
Yeah, I done seen that before.
Niggas is running down.
And I be sitting there looking like...
Niggas is running down. Find you a fine granny with some nice gray strands.
Yeah. But you gotta think about it. 2025 in the black community, grannies is 38 years old now. so nigga, what kind of granny we talking about?
Oh, man.
But to get back on subject, I use Angel Reese as an example. Angel.
Exactly with Angel, you know, she from the city, she from the town. But we protect Angel. Nah, go ahead.
Angel Reese went through the whole entire beginning of her, up till now even, of her career, sexualizing herself. Intentionally. Angel Reese gets more posts on social media, and I said this, and I got attacked by the Black Women Patrol. Angel Reese is a basketball player, which means the majority of the content that I see for Angel Reese should be about basketball. I think. She's a fucking basketball player. So when people post you, it should be about basketball, related topics. Everything that I see about Angel Reese in the blogs is about everything but fucking basketball.
And it's the blogs, but that'll go to our next study.
I hear you. Oh, yeah. We gonna get there. I hear you. But it doesn't change the fact that 80% of the posts that I see about Angel Reese is un-basketball related. It's always her in some little ass shorts and some little ass one piece, two piece, her little cheeks hanging out in the back. She got on some pretty makeup, lipstick. She be looking straight. But the point that I'm making is everything, all the content that has surrounded Angel Reese up to this point, majority has been based around her physical attributes. And
go ahead.
And Angel Reese has pushed back. Even the little weird ass shit that happened with Shaq. Remember he was like, you gonna put them little shorts
Yeah,
on?
because Shaq was freaky for that. How she go from your like fake daughter to like
because she never was his fake daughter.
Yeah,
Didn't we talk about it in the last?
That dirty dog, them Q bro.
But remember we talked about on that last. You look like a Q with that damn mask on your head right now. But
I got some good. I fuck with them.
But
shout out my nigga Plex.
But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, is that's always been in Shaq. Shaq just playing a role, just like we was talking about the stepdaddy stuff. But we ain't gonna go back. But I'm just saying, Shaq said what he really felt. Niggas just be playing the role. So all I'm saying is, Angel Reese pushed back. I don't want to be known for that. I'm a basketball player. Whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. Okay, let's give her that. Not even 2 weeks ago. I know it was last week.
She did the Victoria's Secret.
She did what? No. She did what?
She's a model for Victoria's
Secret. She did what?
She did the runway.
And what was she wearing on the runway?
It's fucking Victoria's Secret.
What was she wearing on the runway?
Whatever Victoria's Secret sell. We know it's a lingerie store.
Okay, was them cheeks not out?
She can't bless, she was blessed.
Was the cheeks out, yes or no?
She was blessed, okay?
So at that point, when she agreed to become a part of a lingerie company, and not only just became a part of that company, put it all over the fucking social media world. Are you okay to be sexualized now? That okay? I'm just saying.
Let's say this. Those are very valid points, and that's accurate. I can see that. But also, too, is a person not supposed to prophesize off of their beauty? Secondly, Yes, she's a basketball player, but you got niggas working 9 to 5s that make more than the top players in the WNBA. So maybe if they got paid what they were worth, maybe they wouldn't have to go and
I'm disappointed in you. Go ahead.
themselves.
Go ahead. I'm disappointed in you.
Nature.
Go ahead.
I understand 97% of them can't touch the rim. I get that. I know they can barely get 100 points. I understand that, but at the end of the day, it's the WNBA, and it's revolutionizing. It's gotten way better because you have the likes of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese.
Caitlin Clark ain't modeling for Victoria's Secret.
Because she don't got the face for it. Let's just be real. We like...
How many other women in the WNBA are attractive? I could bring my phone.
It's a lot of
I can
them.
name some off the top of my head.
It's a lot of them.
I
Me
don't even
too.
need my phone.
I can tell you.
Okay, why they ain't modeling?
They do take pictures. They just
No,
not,
why are they not modeling?
They're not Angel Reese though. They don't have that motion.
Is Angel Reese the baddest female in WNBA? Yes or
the-
no? Yes or no?
No, let me know. It's not
I did.
It's not an answer no question.
It is.
She's the baddest female who's also one of the nicest females in the league. That's what makes her stand out, bro. Like, I don't think admiration and attraction is lines for sexualization. I think you can acknowledge that a person looks good without doing too much. You feel me? And like you hint to it. You know, I was pretty much just gonna say, like, just because a woman got her shit out don't mean that it's for you, and don't mean that you should grab and touch without consent or without anything. You feel me? Like that's really just it. You feel me? You touched on all the points. So
And lastly,
so like I would say personally for me, it's probably off the table because it's just like niggas that sexualize women are the ones that are thirsty. That's for thirsty niggas.
which perpetuates why they do it.
Which perpetuates that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't a thirsty nigga, so I don't have to sexualize. Me admiring that you look good and that you fine and that your ass fat because your ass is out is not me doing anything, and I don't necessarily have to even verbalize and be like, damn, that shit fat.
This is the last point I want to make with that.
Now, like, I also do think too, like, you feel me? Like, you know your people, you know your person. You also you gotta know, your league. You feel me? You can go and holler and talk to some women like that. But if you're not in that type league, if you don't come in with that type sauce, if you not that type nigga, then you're gonna get, harassment is only when it's not wanted. It has
Exactly.
You feel me? It has nothing to do about what's being said or what's being done.
But this
is about what's wanted.
This
and
the
if
final
she
thing.
don't want you, you're harassing her.
Exactly. It's only harassment when they don't want you. 100%. The final point I want to make about that is women have low self-esteem, and I just want to make a point. If a woman wore a skirt, it's Halloween tomorrow. If a woman wore a skirt and all her ass was out, I just want to paint a quick picture of how egotistical women are. If a woman wore a skirt and her whole entire ass was out, and she went to the club, and not one single nigga looked, said nothing, act like the bitch was invisible, she'd probably go home and kill her fucking self. Because the whole fucking purpose was, I know if my ass is out, I'm gonna have niggas trying to talk to me, niggas asking for my Instagram, niggas asking for my number, niggas gonna be visibly looking at me. All that boosts a woman ego. Just by you doing this, that's why I said earlier, if you look at a woman and don't say nothing, that's just free validation. Just you looking, you don't even gotta say nothing. A woman sees when you're looking. That's validation enough. Like, damn, I got these niggas. I went to the gym today. It was all kind of niggas looking at me. They going home telling their mama, their friends. No, if you ain't gonna say nothing, don't look or look discreetly. So what I'm saying is, if a woman put her whole ass out and she still don't get niggas to say nothing, they'll kill themselves. Moving on.
Now, moving into point 4.
What is on or off?
On or off.
Okay.
Is players sport betting on themselves on or off the table?
Go ahead. Pop it off. Pop it. Pop it.
Personally, I think it's some bullshit. But for the integrity of the game, I understand why they shouldn't. You know,
expand.
But it's fucked up because it's just another play for these organizations to use and abuse the players and everything, while the league and the commissioners, everyone that's not physically playing in the game can bet on the game. But if you're an actual player, that's when you can't bet. I think it should be something like, you can't bet on your team while you're actively like you can't bet while you're an active player. But if you're not in the league this year, or you're on injured reserve or some shit, or you shouldn't be able to bet on your sport. I'll put it like that.
As a player?
Professional, yeah.
Okay.
You should be able to place a bet on it. Some NFL niggas, some baseball niggas. You should be able to do a parlay on them.
Okay.
I understand. Okay, you want to maintain the integrity of the sport. You want to stop cheating, all this and shit and that. Cool, but the players are just mere catalysts. You know what I'm saying? And I want to tread lightly with this because I know how the mafia niggas give it up. But
I ain't worried about them
you
niggas.
feel me? But they're the ones that are in control of this whole situation and this whole operation, bro. It has nothing to do with the players. They're just mere catalysts and pawns being used. And the NBA is in on it too. You're not going to tell me this is mafia business going on and y'all don't know what the fuck going on. And this is not the first scandal with mafia niggas, bro. This has been happening since the beginning. Since
betting was a thing.
Since basketball became something with a
Since sports, period.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, come on, they have their hands in almost everything. How you think these niggas become organization owners and all that stuff, bro? It takes billions of dollars to own a sports team. Nigga, you gotta get your hands dirty somehow. I want you to understand that. But yeah, that's my thing. I understand the integrity part. Like, you want to keep cheating out and shit like that, but suspending the nigga that went to the casino and played some poker or had a high stakes poker game, I don't really understand. I don't think that's fair.
So you know that, I don't know if you saw, because I got it confused when I first read it, because I'm like, huh? But basically, the NCAA have proposed basically like a bill saying that NCAA players can bet on the NBA, which apparently is not legal right now to be able to do. How do you feel about that?
I think it's fair.
I think so too. But this is the issue. And I'm gonna be quick about this one. The issue is with that is that sports is too interconnected. And so I saw a dude who allegedly was in the mafia. I ain't never seen no nigga sit down and do an interview with Vlad TV and he really in the mafia or whatever the case may be, but we'll just say it. And basically the dude was saying that he was supposed to be a mafia representative. And long story short, he was basically...
Michael Franchise?
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah. So he was basically saying like, if somebody owe money, this is basically how they would handle it. Like, okay, he was like, you owe $250,000. Okay, how am I gonna get their money? How am I gonna get my money back? I don't give a fuck what you talking about, I want my money. And he's basically saying what he says is like, you could physically see that they scared and, now you got them by the balls because they're scared for their life. So he was like, I tell you what, the next 3 games or the next time you get, if you a quarterback, the next time you drop back for a pass, I better see the ball go in the other team's hand. If you a running back, the next time you get the ball, I better see you put that motherfucker on the ground. And the other team better be picking it up. And you're gonna keep doing that until I tell you ain't gotta do it no more. That's the one you talking about,
yeah.
Juice? Yeah, that's how I go. I need you to mistakenly somehow fumble the fucking ball every single time you get it until you don't owe me money no more. Simple as that.
That sounds like extortion. That doesn't sound like a nigga who's willing.
No, but these guys owe a gambling debt. It's not extortion. Extortion is when I'm getting money out of you and I don't owe you nothing. You're just trying to force money out of me. These are niggas who put in a bet with their own money, unforced, trying to make money. They lost the bet, and now they're in debt and they have to pay it. And it's like, okay, well, if you don't got the money right now, this is what I need you to do to get me my money back.
It's fucked up though, because like we have a gambling problem in America.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
And it's
sickness.
like,
It's addiction.
the shit-
Just like drugs and alcohol.
the shit has ruined just sports in general. Like, it's damn near hard to have a favorite team. Like I was telling you the other day, bro. Like, me, bro, I don't bet on my favorite sports teams because at the end of the day,
Because you betting with your heart. They call that betting with your heart.
You know, like
that's what they say
I
in
don't give a
Vegas.
fuck if Lamar had 300 or if he had 50 yards. We won.
Nigga
we
bet-
got the W.
Never bet with your heart.
You feel me? You don't bet with your heart.
You learned that day one in gambling.
Right,
Yeah.
bro, like, you feel me? Like, but we be sitting here getting mad like, damn, bro, this grown ass 7-foot man can't get 15 points. And God forbid, we don't know what that nigga went through before he got to the arena.
Nope.
We don't know what he going. We taking the humanism. I don't even know if that's a real word, but it sounds right, so we're gonna go with
Yeah, it is.
it. we taking that out of it, bro. And it's just like we treating them just like how they treat us.
You know what that remind me of? When Kyrie Irving, a lot of people might not remember this. Kyrie Irving was like dating Kalani. Remember the girl's Kalani?
Yeah.
And she ended up publicly like breaking up with him. And then she publicly party next door.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Nigga, look, everybody was like, take the. And Kyrie had a game like the next day. Niggas was like, put the over on Kyrie on everything. I want Kyrie over on points, assists, everything. So it's like, you know, things like that do. Or if it's a nigga birthday. If it's a nigga birthday and he got a game that day, typically niggas would be like, take the over. That nigga gonna snap. It's his birthday. You know what I'm saying? So there are like little things that could help influence a bet on players that you would just assume would be likely to make them want to overperform. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is with the sports betting is the NBA and the NFL need to make their minds up. They sit up here and want to punish and excoriate and demonize players for betting on sports, players for making wagers, or I'll give you a perfect example, and this is proven. Floyd Mayweather bets on his own fights. Floyd Mayweather bets on his own fights. But you know what he does? He will give money to friends and family and be like, hey, go put 200,000 on me to end this shit in the fourth round. Even though boxing is the most jankiest thing to bet on, because boxing is a script. That shit's like WWE at this point. But the point that I'm making is the NBA and the NFL, and this is my final point on it, the NBA and the NFL has to make a decision. You can't sit here and punish players for betting on themselves when as soon as you break the news about somebody being in federal custody for illegal sports gambling, the next fucking commercial is bet now for $10 with FanDuel and get a $50 bonus. Nigga, y'all are literally in bed with the fucking gambling companies.
Bro,
nigga, y'all got a FanDuel logo on the court. You got a DraftKings logo on the fucking court. But they can't make y'all mind up. Either we partners or we not partners. You see what I'm saying? That's what I don't like about it.
My man's from college is literally the face of Prize Picks right now.
Prize Picks?
Yes.
Yeah, all them
Prize
niggas.
Picks is funneling his acting, like is primarily where like he.
And Prize Picks spent a bag on niggas too.
He was the Instagram famous and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's transitioned into acting and he's done some roles, but primarily right now he's the face of Prize Picks. You know what I'm? It's just funny, like Prize, like everything, every creator.
Wait, Drewski is a face of Prize Picks.
He's one of he's a regular.
Okay.
But he's always in the commercial though. Like he might not be the main character in each Prize Picks commercial.
He's like
he's one of the main.
Yeah, I got
He
that.
might be doing this, or he might be
Yeah.
he's always the second hand man in the Prize.
Yeah,
Picks.
I hear you.
He probably did like 10 of them bitches.
Yeah.
But you know, you got Barstool, you got like niggas like David Potnoy. Like these niggas are going to game, having gambling. Niggas in the press boxes are.
Bro, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
Like,
lit.
it's real. It's
It
crazy.
is. That's why I'm saying it is so hard to differentiate who can't bet, who can bet, who's not supposed to bet. When you got Barstool, Dave Portnoy doing promotional, give. This is my last question. How can you punish people for sports betting when you have somebody that say put code Barstool 15 for a free $10 on top of your deposit if you make a deposit on Prize Picks within the next 24 hours, or if use code DraftKings 10 to get my special $50 bonus, or we'll match $50 for any deposit you make. It's all these, I mean, it's hundreds of all these different, you know, promos, but then you want to turn around and send niggas to prison, to federal prison for betting. I just, I do think it's stupid, and I think it's easy for everybody to say. Terry Rozier, perfect example. I don't know how much money he made. I think he made like 200,000, 300,000, something like that.
I think so too.
You know how much money Terry Rozier was supposed to make just this year?
Well, he's getting it, 28.6 or something like that.
I think it was 26 million.
They still paying him.
No, they're not. They paused it. Him nor Chancey Billups is getting paid right now.
Well, they're
on leave? They're on leave.
No, they said that he was still going to receive his contract.
Oh, I just seen that.
So they recanted?
The NBA put out a statement saying Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier will not be receiving any compensation while on leave.
I just think that's bullshit. I think cool, you can kick him out, but bitch, give me my money. Like,
I mean,
but then again,
but my thing
niggas
is,
don't read the fine print in them contracts.
But my thing
so
is, if you're due for $26 million for a year, if whatever you betting on ain't more than that, you're a fucking idiot.
And then you might have some serious, well, nigga like Malik Beasley too. Like, these niggas have
and he skated by the skin of his teeth.
Y'all have to be like in serious debt. First of all, me personally though too, any nigga on a max contract on NBA gambling is an idiot anyway. You don't need to gamble, bro. You're not going to exceed anywhere.
That's my point. If it's not more than what you getting paid, what are you doing? What do you need it for?
Like, bro,
is that your tricking budget?
You
know what I'm saying? It's a tricking budget. We can move on. We just say it's a tricking budget. It's for the tricking budget.
Yeah, you know.
Budget. It's for the tricking budget.
This is episode 3, man. This your boy Swole the Poet, man. And as you know, today, look.
Heavy show.
Whew, we went through is raising a man's child warner off the table. Is it okay to give a man a pass to cheat if he's financially successful or famous? Is sexualizing a woman who sexualized herself, is that okay? Is a player sports betting cool? Is club culture dead? You know, we're going to get into this. We're going to drop the clips. We're going to drop the snippets. We're going to get into it, man.
That's a part 2 for sure.
And in part 2, I'm going to leave y'all with a point that we're going to bring up for this next episode, because we definitely going to get into these black blogs and how they really be misrepresenting black people. We're going to get into that later, so I'm just going to give y'all something to look forward to. You don't do that. We're going to get that to y'all, because today went a little long. We got a little bit passionate. But hey, man, it's spooky season.
Hey, I just want to say,
Jason.
I just want to say real quick, man. Hey, man, y'all be safe Halloween weekend. Y'all do y'all thing.
Vision Network.
Tape and Flippers. Shout out Vision Network. Shout out TikTok. Shout out Tape and Flippers. Shout out Swole the Poet. I am Soheen Perry. Listen, man, I just want to tell y'all, take care of yourself and each other. Table Flippers. Suck it.